This is the 2025 GMC Canyon Elevation. Is it a great mid-size truck option? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Borrowed this truck today from my friends at Mike Morgan Buick GMC in Shreveport, Louisiana. If you want to know more, check out the link in the description of the video. You will find your LED projector beam headlights. Now I'll give you a quick look at the animation that takes place with the lights when you unlock the truck. You can see that going on right there. You're also going to have your fog lights right here. You can see on the front end, it's going to help you on-road and off front recovery hooks. And this is a two-wheel drive model, but four-wheel drive is available if that's something you need. You will have 9.6 inches of ground clearance. I like that. It's nice to have that extra ground clearance in these trucks. Your approach angle is 33.3. Your departure angle is going to be 23.3. This truck will ride on 18-inch wheels. And our side view mirrors, let's see what all we're going to have here. Now, they are going to be manually folding. They will be heated and power adjustable, and you'll have your blind spot monitoring built in. The only thing missing here is going to be the turn signal indicator being built in. How important is that in your buying decision when it comes to something like this? We'll have passive entry on the front door handles. Only on the front door handles. I do think that when you have it on the front, you should also have it on the rear. That allows you to lock and unlock all four doors from either the front or the rear doors. And we'll take a quick look at the rear lighting the same way we did with the front. Maybe a little bit harder to see, but we'll do our best hitting the button right there. And you can see the animation that takes place there as well. Now this truck will tow up to 7,700 pounds. That's class leading for the mid-size truck segment. And you'll also find the corner steps on the bumper right here, one on each side. And while this truck is not terribly difficult to get in and out of as far as the bed is concerned, it is nice to have something like that. Under the hood is the 2.7 liter turbocharged four-cylinder. You might think, oh man, that's bound to be really weak. 310 horsepower, 430 pounds-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. How about your MPGs? Let's see what the window sticker tells us. 19 city, 23 highway, 20 combined, and 5 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. The gas tank size on this truck is 21.4 gallons. You can drive about 385 miles on a single tank of gas in the city and 470 miles out on the highway. The payload on the Canyon comes in at 1,670 pounds. You can see that you have a total of 8 tie downs, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear on each side. And we're gonna have the 120 volt power outlet. It would be nice to see all of the trim levels on these trucks come standard with a bed liner. What do you think about that? Should that be here? I know a lot of you are going to want that in the bed of your trucks. And as you can see, this truck will come with a spare tire. All the tools to change the tire are going to be located here underneath the rear seating area. Both seat cushions come up. There is a release right there that allows you to do that. We're going to have plenty of room with the armrest. The only thing I do wish is that this area was flush with the section where the button for the window is, but I don't know what people think about that, but for me, I think that would be more comfortable. We'll find the bottle holder right here and the fold-down armrest with the cup holders built in. And you will find the manually opening sliding rear window. You will also find the rear window defogger. Now, this particular truck comes with no sunroof. I don't think that's too big of a deal. At 9.6 inches of ground clearance, I wish there was a grab handle right here. You could potentially use the oh crap handles up here, but I don't know that I would do that. Now, how about space within the back seat of the truck? There is a decent amount back here depending on your height. If you're over 6 feet tall, you definitely need to either drive or call shotgun. The one thing that I do wish was different back here is that there was a little bit more recline built into these seat backs. I feel like I'm sitting a little bit too straight up. For those of you who have maybe ridden for a little while in the back of one of these trucks, in the back seat of one of these trucks, tell me what your experience has been where that is concerned. We're going to have the cup holders on the rear of the center console, air conditioning vents, and the USB ports. For those who want more space, with their door bin and their armrest. Well, again, the front doors will be very useful where that is concerned, because you're going to have more space, and the upper section right here with the door bin, a little bit more space, and then your space right here. More of a bottle holder than a door bin, I would say, but it is nice to have that space right there. Now, you have a manually adjustable passenger seat. The driver's seat is power adjustable with lumbar support. It does look like there should be some kind of a pass-through right here just to add a little bit of extra storage space, but that is what we have for now. We're going to have the glove box right here. The sticker price on this truck is $45,035. Here is what the remote will look like for that sticker price, and you get a lot more beyond that, but this is your remote. Lock, unlock, remote start, and your panic button right there. So we're going to unlock the truck and take a look inside. We'll hop on into the driver's seat here and let you see what happens when you hop in as far as your graphics go that come up on the driver's display and the center screen. Just something that's here, something you are paying for. So I might as well show you what's going on. I know a lot of people don't really care about that, but it's here. And you might notice those dots up there. That's going to let you know when you're getting close to hitting something, and depending on what you see up there, it's going to let you know how close you are to that, just to kind of help with avoiding accidents. And there's a lot more than that going on here that we're going to show you in the infotainment screen. Now, let's talk about the driver's door. We saw everything on the passenger side. The only additions here that you're going to have will be the controls for your windows and your side view mirrors. You have a tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel, and your steering wheel mounted controls on both sides, everything for your cruise control right there. And then we're going to have our control right here for our windshield wipers. If you need to clean your windshield off, run the windshield washer fluid, there's how you do that. Keep your turn signal indicator fluid reservoir nice and full so your turn signal indicators work. And when you look at the driver's display, not only does it have a nice modern look to it, but if you say, you know what, Tom, I really don't know that I like that. Well, you have some options. That button right there, if you push that button, you're going to see the different view or different look of the driver's display or the instrument cluster come up. There's actually quite a few available here. You can even have your navigation come up, as you can see right there. And that answers another question that I know a lot of people have. Does the truck have built-in navigation? It does. It's going to be built into the screen, but you also have the ability to pair your smartphone. You can use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as you can see right there. It is done wirelessly. The pairing is done wirelessly. And then Google Assistant, the Play Store, so depending on what apps you might want to add, you can do that. Now, we don't have a lot of camera views on this truck, but there are a couple. As you can see, if you need to back up to a trailer or maybe just see what's behind you, there you go. You can take advantage of that. Quite a bit going on here where that is concerned. You can turn your headlights on and off, go to auto right there, as you can see. So if you're curious about that, yes, that's where that is. How many of you would rather have a physical control over here for that? I know I like that. I have a GMC 2500 and it still has that functionality. Now you can go in here and make adjustments to your climate, but the good news is that you still have your physical controls down here. I am going to definitely give a thumbs up to that because I don't like to have the absence of physical controls for the air conditioning and all of those features. And we'll go over here real quick and just take a look at what else you have. You can see what's going on. We can go to off-road and see if that'll come up. There it is for us. And you can see the different details that you're going to have, the different information that it gives you. And then we can go to terrain right here. Really nice graphics and a lot of good, useful information. Overlanding is going to be here, as you can see. And then obviously we have Baja where we started out there. Now, I'm going to go back here and answer a question that I know a lot of people have. In fact, I'll run through here first and just show you very quickly what you have. There's a lot going on here. If you need updates, whatever you need to do, you can go right there. But I want to go here to vehicle. You need to change the settings for the radio. You can do that. Teen driver mode, buckle to drive. Do use your seatbelt when you're driving. That's definitely a good idea. But you know what? When I'm changing the location of this truck and the position in the parking lot here where I'm filming today, I don't need my seatbelt. So having that turned off is a good thing, but I will turn that back on. But here's what I really wanted to show you. Your collision detection systems, front pedestrian braking, lane change alert, park assist tow bar, and rear cross traffic braking. that is going to definitely help you out when you're out on the road to stay nice and safe and know what's going on around you. Quite a few things going on here. A very simple system to learn and use. It may look complicated if you've never had it before, but trust me, it's not. And down here are some of your one-touch buttons. If you're wanting to turn the auto stop start off, or if you want to have it on, you can do that. You can see some of the other controls that we have here as well, depending on what you need to do. A couple of USB ports right here. Now, this is not a wireless charging pad. It's where it would be located if this truck had one. A conventional style shifter, very easy to deal with. You're going to have reverse, neutral, drive, and that L is low. For your low traction situations, the truck will stay in low gear, but you will still have all of your horsepower and torque available in those situations. There's your power parking brake and your cup holders. Plenty of room within the center console, and it may not look like it, but there you go. Take that tray out, which is obviously removable, and that gives you that additional space. And you will also see, I don't know how well you can see it down there. Let me see if I can open that for you. Your 12-volt power outlet. And here is your upper console. If you're curious to see what is there, that is the information you wanted. I know a lot of you ask about that, so I'm just trying to show you what's here and a little bit of what's not. What is it like to drive this truck? Well, one thing that might surprise a lot of people when they hear the 2.7 liter four-cylinder is under the hood, they might think, oh man, that thing's got to be a dog. You'd be surprised at how quickly this truck will get up and run. I'm not going to push it real hard, but just barely easing into the gas pedal, I already need to slow down just a little bit. We're not going too crazy with that, but that's why it's so important that you drive these trucks for yourself, to get your own opinion and see what you think as to what this truck should and shouldn't have, or if it's good enough for you. But in my opinion, there is more than enough acceleration here. Not a horrible ride quality. It's a little bit on the rough side, but not too bad. Depends on the road surface that you're on, but it is a truck. You're gonna have a bit of a truck-like driving experience as far as the ride quality goes. It's not a Honda Ridgeline, so nobody's gonna say that's not really a truck. Some people think that a truck has to have a bit of a rough and bumpy ride, but one way or another, it gets the job done. I feel comfortable here in the driver's seat. I'm not sure how long I would be comfortable on a road trip because I don't have that experience to draw on as far as a little bit more of a long-term test drive. But that is the situation as far as this truck goes. Now we're about to find out about our turning radius. So let's see how we do here. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too much trouble. Barely made it as I needed to right there. Maybe not the best turning radius, but you know what? It got the job done and we're okay. Something I really do like here that I can give high marks on is that this truck is easy to see out of. That's always nice. You have your blind spot monitoring built into your side view mirrors. If you need a little bit of additional assistance where that is concerned, that's always nice to have. But keep in mind, there are additional features to help out with that kind of thing that are available with these trucks. So depending on your situation, that is going to be something you can choose, going with higher trim levels, different options, different optional equipment. That's one thing I really like about GMC is if you order one of these trucks, you can spec it out with a lot of higher trim level based features without having to necessarily pay the higher trim level price. Very nice and very useful. Gas pedal and brake pedal, very easy to manage. I have no trouble being comfortable here in the driver's seat as far as my overall driving position goes. The driver's seat is adjustable, as we talked about earlier in the video, power adjustable. You have your lumbar support and your tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. Overall, a very enjoyable truck to drive. I'd like to know, as far as feedback goes, for those of you that own one of these trucks, this particular generation of the Canyon, how is it to go on a long road trip, maybe be in the truck for a few hours? Is it comfortable? What has your experience been? Okay. Okay, tell me what you think about the 2025 GMC Canyon Elevation. Is it a great mid-size truck option? I'll say it is. Tell me what you think and tell me why you answered the way that you did. I'd like to say a special thanks to my friends at Mike Morgan Buick GMC for loaning me this truck for the day, and a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful to me. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you would please, share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. If you'd like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.